Thank you for everything you've done.
No worries. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. I'm Vivienne Porritt, and I'm wanting to ask us how flexible we can be as a result of our learning through this most strange experience people are engaged in. I'm highlighting BrewEd, and we connect existing and aspiring women leaders in global education. I'm hoping there isn't anybody on Twitter who doesn't know that's what we do. That's our mission in BrewEd, and we want to ensure that women who want to choose to be leaders don't fall by the wayside because of the barriers that they do face, and they do face more barriers than men. But one of our campaigns is flexible working practices. And so how flexible can we be? Think about how flexible you've all been over the last few weeks. So my question is, which of the flexible ways you've been working would we want to retain when we all go back to the usual situation? We did a slow chat quite recently in BrewEd where we asked people these questions, and a key message that came out is that meetings could change drastically. Are face-to-face large-scale meetings needed anymore? Are small departmental or year group meetings needed on a face-to-face basis? And isn't it time to rethink after-school meetings so that more of our colleagues could be accessing a meeting from home? We've found flexible ways. So can we use tech for a whole host of communications in future? And some of the examples I've given there would mean that if we could do that and keep people in touch more who are working from home or working different hours, that would alleviate some of the reasons why flexible working requests are denied, or we say that in schools that they're not possible to happen. Recognising everyone's schedules are different seems to have been a key piece of learning as well from just the last few weeks. And that's only just from 2 weeks, isn't it, of remote learning and remote working. I wonder if you've had a greater respect for different working patterns, everybody, from what you've been experiencing. Many of you, the majority of you, will have been trying to teach or trying to lead in a school. And if you're working from home, you've got children who you're also trying to educate. There has to be different working patterns when the needs of the teachers and the leaders change. We really don't want people to have to choose between family life and a career, do we? Do you? How many of you choose that, want to be able to choose to have a better balance? And teaching and leading in the school could be more attractive, more appealing. And don't we need that in the recruitment crisis we're in? We would retain more people, and particularly we'd retain more women if some of the flexible working practices we've been experimenting with and learning could be applied when we move forward out of this situation. Rethinking CPD is another big issue that's come out of the learning of the last few weeks. And there's a lovely quote there that somebody's discovered online resources that she didn't even know existed. And she can see how she can learn remotely and learn online. But you can also learn collaboratively, can't you, online? All the Zoom meetings, all the Google Hangout meetings, they could be focused on flexible, personalised CPD learning. The 3 hashtags there were the hashtags we used in our slow chat of a fortnight ago to ensure we got as many people as possible letting us know what they were learning about flexible ways of thinking, leading, teaching, and how to apply those to when we move forward. We asked people what their one word was about flexible practices. And remember that flexible practices cover a whole host of things, not just part-time working. And those were the words that they said they wanted a culture in school to be like. And I love the 2 quotes there. We've shown in the last few weeks that the seemingly impossible is possible. Teachers and leaders have done phenomenal things. Can we actually take that flexibility into moving forward? Can school leaders be as flexible as the person who is working flexibly? And in the rush to return to normal, can we think about what's worth rushing back to and what we can take this extraordinary period of learning? What can we take back into our new practice? Women Ed want everyone to be part of a renewed conversation about a new normal for flexible working. And I've put the email address there of the flexible working case studies that we've been collating with other partners, which show the breadth and depth of the impact of flexible working in other schools. Thanks very much. I'd love it if you'd have a think about this and get in touch via @WomenEd and join the conversation. Thank you.
Oh. Thanks again, Vivienne, so much for that. It really is important that we do think about it. And actually, what you're saying there about meetings and things like that, do you know, I think about some of the staff meetings we had in the past, and the actual content of them was just so awful. But I love, and I think it was Kate somewhere said, she mentioned about having, county meetings rather than traveling halfway through the country to a meeting. Why don't we carry on doing what we have been doing using this technology we're now sort of discovering, which is fantastic.
And there was one somebody who's a lead practitioner who wants to be an assistant head teacher is worried about it because she's heard so many SLT meetings at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Well, they could be at 8 o'clock in the morning, but they could be using technology so she can join the meeting without having to find extra ways in which her children can be looked after. And that's the same for men. It's men and women. It's just it affects more women at the moment.
Yes, it does. Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah, fantastic. Thank you so much, Vivienne. I'm so glad that you did manage to join us in the end.
And thank you to you and Colin for keeping it going and waiting for me. I'm really pleased to be joining this, Graham. It's a fabulous day.
Thank you very much. Take care, Viv. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.